So a quick video today, how to replace a turn signal switch in your front wheel drive W bodies. I think this applies to the early ones, the 88 to probably about 93 or whenever they changed the steering column. But this car, the turn signal switch was bad. So quick rundown of how to do it before I still have it apart. So first of all, pull the horn button out and remove the steering wheel. And you'll just need a standard steering wheel puller. Take that off. That's pretty easy. Pull off this trim panel underneath the steering column. You're going to need to remove that to get to the wires. There's just screws along the bottom side here, 7mm. That's pretty easy stuff. Next thing is there are some screws up here that remove the actual turn signal lever, and then there are three screws that actually hold the actual turn signal switch to the column. The next part is to remove the wiring, disconnect your battery, and underneath the dash there is this connector right here. And your turn signal switch wiring actually goes into the top of that. Actually slides in from the back side, so you have to pull this off in order to get it out. Now, there's a couple wires in this that do not come with the switch, which is this green and kind of brown wire here, and those actually go to the ignition switch. You'll have to pull those out of your old switch and transfer them to the harness for the new switch. So I've got the old switch here. First thing is you gotta take this white retainer out. It just snaps in. It's got three little clips that hold it in. And then to remove those wires, take like a pick or something, and if you see, there's kind of a notch on the top side there where you can stick a pick in, and that'll release the retainer so that those two wires for the ignition switch will come out, and you got to transfer those over to the new turn signal switch. So that was a couple things that I didn't know. I've never done one of these before, but I figured it out. I couldn't find any videos on how to actually do it. So hopefully, if you're doing one for the first time, this will help you out. Okay, so I got a few more steps into this turn signal replacement. I've got that block of wires fastened back in underneath the dash. One thing I forgot to mention is in order to get the wires from the turn signal switch up through the steering column, you have to slide them up through this little channel here. Now the connector on the end of the wires is pretty slim, so it's not too bad to do. I just had to get it down there, and then I used a long screwdriver and just shoved it down through the column, being careful not to damage the wires. I want to look at this little plastic piece right here. I kind of forgot how I'd taken that out, but that goes back in like that with that one piece sticking upward. I forgot how to do that, so I had to look at one of my other cars as to how I exactly had taken that off. And I'd also taken this bezel off the steering column so that I can get to it. Once you get the steering wheel off, take the turn signal lever off itself, that just pulls right off. Okay, so it's time for the moment of truth. I've got the turn signal switch in, got this cover back on the column, got the handle installed. So let's try it out, see if it actually works now. Oh, awesome, yes, because it did not work to the right before. So there we go. So now I just gotta reinstall the steering column and the horn button, and I'll be done with this turn signal switch replacement. So, if you hadn't done one of these before, I hope this video helped you out. Thanks for watching.